Guys, today you join me in Medellin, Colombia, and this is another Airbnb, but this is an example of what not to do and how not to run an Airbnb. Let's get it. So immediately, this is the entrance. You can already tell it's in renovation next door. And I booked this and it had some good feedback, so I wasn't expecting this, but obviously you have to be careful. I was in a rush, we were getting moved on from our last place. My friend Sonny had left. I just booked it in a cafe last minute, wasn't really concentrating. It's not far from the other place, but as you can tell, you can literally turn a corner and see a different view. So yeah, that's next door. I didn't have high hopes when I saw it, but let's check it out. And again, guys, what not to do on an Airbnb. First things first, that's the handle. So came, open the door to jimmy it a bit, get in. That noise is never a good sign in an Airbnb or a hotel. Right, I'll just lock it so don't get any interference. So already that's the Airbnb, so that's the entrance. So we'll come up, okay, not too bad at the moment, don't judge a book by its cover and all that. Come through. Floor's got, right, okay, so that. Now one can only assume, because it wasn't listed on the site, that is under renovation. I did message the guy and he said, yes, only the second floor is under renovation, sorry for the inconvenience. So there was a wire here, they've removed it because I did complain. Obviously didn't want the feedback on Airbnb. That's an apartment, it's actually empty. So I'll do a separate video on how this is a good investment, but at the same time I'm doing a video now on how not to do an Airbnb. So the two things are different. You could have a really good investment, as in the building, and I'll talk about that later, but you could have a bad Airbnb setup. So your investment could be capital great, but cash flow poor, and I think this is a case of that. So quick peek into there. Not ideal for your Airbnb. It's like me renting out my villa in Spain as it is downstairs without doing anything, without telling anyone that it's under renovation. So not the best. Don't know about you guys, but that's not the safest, especially if you're coming in after a night out. That's not the safest. I don't think it'll be finished like that, to be fair, but who knows. And this is the best bit. So we get upstairs, and that is the Airbnb, as you can tell by the lock. Okay. And that, my friends, is the corridor. So I don't know how we got 4.9 stars on the reviews. One would argue he's invited his friends and family around, but we can't confirm. But that is not under renovation. That is a building site. So, and it's covered. Okay, it's covered, but that is a building site. So you do get what you pay for, guys. I'll be honest with you. Like I tell everyone who comes to me from entry, right? You do get what you pay for, because it's 30 USD a night. And I was thinking, right, it's got 5-star reviews and it's 30 USD a night and it's round the corner from the other place. Surely, you know, and the pictures look good because they only put the apartment pictures in. So surely you can't go wrong. Well, guys, always check and recheck. Even feedback can be made up, right? Because that is, I would argue, not Airbnb standard. And if I am going to complain, but his reply will be, well, it's the second floor, that's under renovation. So I just bring you up here. Bloody hell, I didn't even know that. It's open. There's just, honestly, right, guys, I'm going to step on the roof if it's safe. Fucking hell. Oh my God. Yeah. Good view though. Fucking hell. I don't even know if it's safe. But that is the Airbnb. It's a really good view though. I wish you put this on the advert, really good views, because you see the city there. I could have done some photos. So this is under renovation, guys. What do you think? definitely just a light refurb, isn't it? Just a touch up, lick of paint. So, guys, if I ever source to your house and I say it needs a light renovation, I don't mean this. This is a rebuild. And I advise you not to rent out your properties before it's completed. We've been in trouble in the past from the council for renting out properties, HMOs, before they've been finished. Compliance wise, you can rent it out before the license actually, as long as the compliance is there. It's never been like this though. Yeah? Bloody hell, I didn't even know this. Do you know what? I'll tell you in a bit when I go inside how I've been sleeping here, but someone could literally, and it's not the best area here, right? Someone could get up here onto that roof, right? Down here, bang into my door, and that's it. If I knew someone would stay here, so that's I'm gonna have to feed this back. I mean, it was only $30, so what can I do? I mean, I'm gonna fight for $30. I've let a lot more go. So whether we've got time for that, even if I give it to a PA, I don't think she'll be. You know, we've got more important things, fish to fry, kind of thing. But so I've just switched the camera around, but the view's pretty decent, to be fair. The view's pretty decent. I know why they didn't mention it, because it's not finished, but I wish I knew, because that night I thought it was closed. That night I would have come up and had a view. The odd drink. And that's the safety, well, it's not safety, it's foundations, but that's literally just stopping. I don't know what that's for, it's obviously foundations, but right. So that's the Airbnb. Obviously just doing a light refurb, touch up. Come down here, so obviously all you have to do if you were looking to steal is come down here, random door there, bit of waterproofing, come down here, and you've got an arguably mediocre, medium income, wealthy expat, yeah, living here, so who's often drunk and forgets the code and leaves the door open. So let's get in. Okay. Now, the apartment's not actually too bad. I'm gonna have to hurry this up now because I'm running out of memory, but okay, so we'll go again, random. Don't put, we do this all the time, we used to put sofas in, you know, that we found, right? It's just not the best. Those chairs are nice. Random fan there, view out the window, which you've seen earlier, it's not the best. But it is what it is, can't change the location. It's just too busy. That TV's massive as well, like you can't really tell here, but that's too big. That's random. It flashes every bloody 30 seconds, there you are. I can't work it out. Come in here, TV again, it's like a sports bar. That just doesn't look right. It should be a smaller TV and make the room look a lot bigger. And what's that? What is that? What? Who's chosen that? And the coat rack. And, you know, it's not the cleanest. I don't think they've had many guests though, to be fair. The bed's okay. I would have probably put a normal bed, but... And then you've got a wardrobe that doesn't match that one. Again, we've done that many times. The thing is, guys, if it's London or something, you'll get away with it because the demand's massive, but here, the competition's crazy here. So you're literally competing with like the best designers. I was just looking yesterday, £5 from Dubai have got a place, you know, they've got a apartment suite here as well, where we stayed in last time. I thought it looks familiar, and I actually found out it was £5. CCTV there. Yeah, so you've got massive competition. You've got like Arab investors, you've got other investors, and then you're doing stuff like that. So anyway, bathroom's pretty nice. Bathroom's okay. They've got the bathroom dries, I will admit. They've got the bathroom spot on. I've had to wedge this plug in as well because it keeps coming out. So to charge my laptop, I've wedged the bedside table against that. So always thinking. But yeah, so I mean, guys, what do you make of it? Let me know in the comments. Would you stay here? They've got my channel on in Colombia. So guys, if you don't mind, if you could just get your remote now, go up, click subscribe, and sign in, obviously subscribe. Massively help this channel. We're going to take you around the world, hopefully, on this channel. We're going to get you out of the environment. We're going to get you earning, learning, okay? Greater knowledge, greater wealth, greater freedom. Let's get it, guys. So apart from the building work that you can hear, you know, that's constant, that noise, by the way, okay? That door, you don't know if it's locked or not, because when you open it, it opens, you click close. You can only hope for the best there, because every time you don't know if it's locked. So I've been paranoid at night. So that's not the best. That's the bathroom, it's pretty nice. I'd say that's quite a good bathroom. I'd be happy with that in Salford. See? Don't know if someone's coming in or not. Anyway, so that's pretty nice. Okay, sweating. Okay, so let me just... It's hard doing these videos by yourself, man. So yeah, okay. And then you've got a room which looks like an old house in Mauritius. I mentioned Mauritius because we've got a project on there. I literally rang my dad and said, please make sure the builders don't do it like this. Okay. So one could assume there was supposed to be a window there to put that art. The art doesn't match the modern feel they're trying to go for, the wardrobe. You've got a bed, and we're guilty of this in Salford, but the demand's crazy. We've got a bed without a duvet. So, not sure what that's about. You've got a random blue chair and a fan, right? I mean, it wouldn't be as bad if that was gone and there was just a fan. Again, guys, don't do this on the Airbnb. Don't put random furniture just for the sake of putting furniture, because you think, oh, the guests might use it. It would actually be better without it. We're actually guilty of that in Salford as well in our HMOs, so don't do it in your HMOs. Keep the furniture light, and it makes the room look a lot bigger. This just dates the room, makes it a bit... It looks unclean, right? That TV is probably too big for the room and wants to be mounted against the wall properly instead of that. That just looks like a cheap... Well, don't want to say, but... Built-in wardrobe's quite nice. This could be a lot better. Just put... That floor is... Oh, I don't know who chose them tiles. Those are like... It's a new refurb as well. He said it's been refurbed, which you can kind of tell. These tiles just make it look cheap. It reminds me of the houses in Dubai, where they you know, millions of dirhams or dollars, and they finish it like this. There's PVC cladding on the roof as well, which God knows why that's there. I mean, it doesn't add anything. We do it in bathrooms sometimes when it's high usage to avoid mould and watermarks, but that's ridiculous. Don't know who chose them lights either. It's like they've tried to do like a Turkish theme in Colombia. I don't really understand, and they've got a bit of wood. The kitchen's actually all right for a galley kitchen. Fridge is probably a bit too big again. I don't think you need a massive fridge. This apartment's tiny. It's probably the size of one room. That strip light is really nice though. That's really nice. And so is that. I don't know if I've had different people working on this project. So, things not to do. 5 things. Let's go. Number 1. Do not rent out your Airbnb until it's finished, okay? Till everything's finished. Even if it's in a building which is getting finished, don't rent it out. It's not worth the risk. It's not worth the bad feedback. Number 2. Furniture. Make sure you furnish it properly, but not too much. Get the proportions right, okay? This apartment would be so much better if it was designed as a whole before. I reckon what they've done is they've just gone, oh, we need to furnish it, panicked, 3 days, let's get everything in, right? Plan it. That floor should be a nice wooden floor, nice herringbone wood, and it makes so much difference here. So that's the second one, interior design, aesthetics and furniture. The third one, okay, don't put fake reviews on, because if you put fake reviews, what's going to happen is I'm going to go, those reviews are not fake, I need to tell other travellers to be wary of this area, and that's what I'm going to do. So don't do that, okay? Number four, location. This apartment complex was probably quite cheap for the rent-to-rent operator, okay? But at the same time, he's only getting $30 a night. It costs him probably $10 to clean it. So there's very, very little margin in it. Whereas if you bought, okay, you would have paid a bit more rent or a bit more if you purchased something round the corner, well, stayed last time, but the rates per night were 150, 100. So there's a lot more margin in it. Plus the capital growth is a lot more. So guys, remember, location is key. And what's going to happen here is that he can't control what happens outside. So that will keep continuing. As nice as this building is, all those buildings won't be finished in the next 10 years, okay? So he can't control that. So it's going to flag. It's not going to get 100% occupancy. Whereas round the corner in the wealthy area, it will. So make sure you buy in the key cities. That's how I've made my money, buying in the key growth cities, where actually I can't control the area, but it's benefiting me because they're developing it more than ever, and I could afford to. Whereas he's got the best place probably here. And number 5, guys, customer service. And he's been all right with customer service, to be fair. So I have complained, and he said, look, I'll refund you the last day. Okay, so that's been okay. That he's probably going to avoid a negative comment now, and a complaint to Airbnb. So feedback, customer service is really important. So guys, that's how you build a sustainable business, and that's how you don't do Airbnb, and learn from this guy and get it right. And if you're doing rentals instead, which a lot of people are, so you know, your service accommodation, your HMOs, exactly the same. Okay, the same principles apply. Let's get it, guys. A serious point, right? Okay, so the apartment's not the best. There's a lot of tweaks they could do to make it nice, including finishing the building. But a more important point here is that I felt really stuck in and closed in here, and there's noise every half an hour. There's something kicking off outside, or there's like people shouting, or someone going back by selling stuff. And it just took me back to, a lot of people watching this might resonate. When you start your journey, I started in the, you know, in bad housing in the UK. And how do you get out of that? I've been struggling to do deals here, work here, do phone calls, because, you know, I can't concentrate. I feel closed in, and there's stuff going on outside. It just builds up, and I've had to get out of here. But imagine if I was stuck here in life, you know, like in a council estate in the UK, and it was similar, right? How do you get out? How do you think beyond the box that you're in and you're enclosed in? Because the good thing is, I felt really motivated to get out. So obviously I can, because I can book somewhere, but I've felt really motivated again here, because I'm like, yeah, you know, you're in a rough area. It's not the best. You want better for yourself. It just automatically happens. And the answer I've got for you is, you just change your surroundings. So what you do is, even if you can't book somewhere else, you go to a co-working cafe, you go to somewhere where there's other entrepreneurs, other like-minded people who want to get out and do well for themselves, and you'll feel better in yourself. So there's a mall around the corner, free co-working space. You take your work there, your laptop, whatever, and you just work and you network. So guys, I'm just on my way to the co-working spot I was talking about earlier, and I'll show you. That's pretty cool. In the mall. So I come here, get out of here, small apartment, and get loads of work done in a nice environment, as I was talking about. So it's literally free as well. You get around the right people, and you'll make moves, and you'll soon leave your situation. And this is a perfect example, and kind of like a symbolic kind of Airbnb booking as to how you do that. I feel so trapped and closed in here. I need to get out. I need to make something of the world. There's a big city there. How do you do it? You get out of your environment by yourself. You get out of the house. You put yourself out there in the world. You network. You make the right moves. You watch YouTube. You do all that kind of stuff, and it will happen for you guys. But you need to get out of your environment, whether it's here, whether it's in the UK, whether you're sat in a council estate in London. Just get out. Go to somewhere where there's people who want the same position or work towards the same position you want to be in. Get around them every day. Get out as early as you can. Don't stay in bed. Do you know what I mean? And that's how you'll succeed, and that's how I did it. But it's just a throwback and a reminder of how it was back in the day. To be honest, it wasn't even as nice as this where I used to live, so it can be done. That's it from me, guys. I hope you liked the video. I'll drop another video as well as to the investment side of this, so be sure to watch it on the channel, and take care, guys.